Hello everyone and welcome to this short mini session on Padlet. My name is Carol Walling and I'm an Instructional Effectiveness Specialist here at Baker Online and the Center for Graduate Studies. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Padlet. So you might be asking yourself, what is Padlet? Well, Padlet is an online bulletin board where everybody can collaborate, and you really can use it to express your thoughts on a common topic. You can use it as an online corkboard or bulletin board, and you can put images, videos, documents, text anywhere on the screen. So if any of you have been in a professional development before where someone's given you a post-it and asked you to write your ideas on it, then go put it on the wall underneath a defined topic. This is just what that is. It's just a post-it forum where you can post ideas and brainstorm. So, okay, now you know what it is, but why should you use it, or how should you use it? Well, Padlet is really an online interactive tool where we can use it for group collaboration, use it for brainstorming, individual projects, or taking notes. You can organize events. You can do writing activities on it, vocabulary or grammar practice. You can even put your classroom notifications on there and ask students to reflect on them. One of our big things here at Baker this quarter is active learning and learner-centered instructional strategies. So it's a really nice tool to get some of the active and participation of our students in their engagement. You can have it synchronous or asynchronous, so it works really well in our online classroom. And you can use it also for formative assessment. So, okay, now you know what it is, and you know how you could potentially use it in your classroom. So let's go to Padlet and take a look around. I'm already logged in on my computer, so this is what the dashboard will look like. This is a free tool for you, so you don't have to pay anything, and it's really simple to use. So once you log in and you have an account, which is free, you go to create a new Padlet just by clicking on this button here. So when you press that, it'll create a standardized background and a nice title and a description. So this is where you edit your Padlet in this area here. So maybe I'll title this my test Padlet. Then in my description, I will put the question that I want my students to answer, or the prompt that I want them to talk about in this Padlet. So maybe, please click on the pink arrow on the bottom right hand side of the screen and answer the following question. And where I put answer the following question, that's where I would put my prompt. And the only reason I preface the question with the please click on the pink arrow is because sometimes students haven't used Padlet before, so I might put that in there for the first time using it in my classroom. So in the description, I usually put the prompt or the question that I'm going to have my students use the Padlet for. In this area, in the layout area, you can choose to how you want your Padlet to look. So if you want the post-its to just appear wherever they go, and you as the administrator can move them around, you can pick freeform. This might be good if you're doing a debate and you want to put, the negative on one side and the positive on one side. If you want to do a grid where you want it very orderly and you can see each person's in a row, then you might pick grid. And then if you want a more of a linear board, you would pick the stream. Also available here is you can change the background as it appears in your classroom. So maybe I want to scroll through here and look at everything, and I want to pick the ocean because I think that in the winter in Michigan, I need the ocean. So then I would go back and I would make sure that I click everything else. You can click an icon to symbolize your Padlet and it'll appear here. I never really do though. And then you can also make a tag. And the nice thing about Padlet is that you can save this and your students can always go back to it. So for instance, let's say I'm creating a resource and my students are posting links to areas or videos or web links that might help them write a rubric. I can save this Padlet for them, and with the tag that I put in there that's unique to the classroom and the date maybe, they can always search for this and find it again. So they'll go, oh man, I forgot that link, but I know it's on that Padlet. Let me go search for it, for that Padlet from Carol's class. So sometimes I'll just give it a simple like test 2016. And then you can always find this Padlet by that tag. So then scroll back up, make sure that everything's right the way you want it, and then you press next. So now it's saved it. It's a good time to review and invite people. I always make it public, so like I said, my students can access it from wherever they are, whatever device, phone, tablet, computer, and then I press next. And then you can start posting. And you can see that it's a very large screen, the title, the description. I have to make it smaller. So, and then here's the pink button. So when your students press on that, they can put in anything they want here: audio, video, web links, pictures, documents. So if you wanted to use this to have them attach documents for peer review, that would be an option as well. So when you're done and you want to embed this in your classroom, how do you do that? Very good question. So you go to Share. You're going to Share, Export, Embed. You're going to embed in your blog or your website, and you're going to get this very large HTML code. But don't worry, all you have to do is press Copy. Then you're going to go to your course or wherever you want to put it, and you can embed it in Blackboard in two different areas, as an announcement or in your discussion board. So let's go to their announcements. I'm going to put in the title of our announcement. Then when we get down here, you're going to focus on this button right here, HTML. You're going to click to make this window active, paste the very large code we just copied, and press Update. And that's all you have to do. Press Submit. And it becomes active in your classroom. And the nice thing about this is your students don't have to create an account. They don't have to leave your classroom. So the first rule about getting more engagement is never putting them outside the classroom. Keep them in. And they can click on the button and it updates live in your classroom. So how should you use, or how could you use Padlet in your classroom? I'm going to give you 5 short tips, and then I'll give you a larger document that gives you some more ideas. So the first one could be to assess student prior knowledge. What do you know? What do you want to know? What do you need to know? Or what do you want to know? So you could use it as a KWL. So this person used it, what do we need to learn about rivers? And then the students talked about what they wanted to learn. You could use it to allow students to collaborate on difficult concepts. I know our finance, our math, all of those different hard topics could really use it to have students talk about different samples, assignment questions or something like that. You could use Padlet to allow students to debate concepts in a highly visual and active way. So like I said before, you could do for and against and have them post it, and it could be like a live or asynchronous debate. You could use Padlet to have students create interactive reflective journal activities. Like I said before, you can have them embed videos, audio, images, web links, all of those things go in here, so you could really have them reflect in a more dynamic way than just text-based. You could also use it to have students reflect or report out on their learning. So this classroom had their teachers who were, or their students who were in teacher education program, report out on a book that maybe they're reading that supports learning, and they had them take a selfie. Here are some additional ways that you could use Padlet in your classroom, and I will make sure to link this in the newsletter that I send out that talks about Padlet just a little bit more. So in conclusion, Padlet is just a blank wall for student ideas. You can put anything on there, from links, videos, pictures, predictions, writing prompts, questions, anything you want to have your students interact in a more active way, in a more dynamic way. It's free, it's easy to use, it provides freedom for creativity, and it allows multiple types of technological resources to be embedded in your classroom. I hope everyone enjoyed this mini session on Padlet, and if you have any questions whatsoever, please give me a call or email me. I'm here every day. Talk to you soon.